G'day and welcome to my garage. I'm Peter. Well, I hope you had a joyous Christmas with your family and friends, and a happy new year to everyone. This year I'll be continuing on with the garage facelift. A few problems with timber at the present moment, but I've still got doors to make and finish, paint, so I've still got a few things I can cover until the timber issues are resolved, and I might start another project soon. Don't know what yet. Got a few things I could make, but first I have to get my both lathes up and running. The little one's got a burnt out motor, could only be brushes, I don't know. It stopped, made some funny buzzing noises out of the motor, smoke. So I'll have to see what goes on there, but I'm not too hopeful. It's over 10 years old, so yeah, I won't complain. The new lathe, the AL 5150, hang on. The new lathe, the AL51G, I've got it apart at the present moment. I've been taking measurements of the 3 pulleys on that lathe. I'm going to try making 3 new pulleys that take a Z series drive belt rather than that crappy little 5mm by 3mm M. Is it an M series belt? No, it's not an M. Anyhow, whatever series belt wouldn't drive my toothbrush with it. Anyhow, back to the garage. Well, that's the second door frame swinging. This is the third door frame. Okay, I've just got to clean this up and I can get on to the fourth and last double door frame. But before I can start, well, I could start, but I don't want to start on the fourth one yet. I'm going to mount, and that's the blue frame there, that's the third one. I'm going to mount and paint that frame, because I need to get these in place to measure that final gap there. Now it should be bigger than half a panel, 600mm, but that's okay, I can fill it in with lengths of timber. So the third one's now clamped in place and I'm making hinges. 50mm by 5 angle. I have to make 8 of these out of those. So that's the plan. Okay, I'm going to drill those out. Hang on. Now I can hear better. Going to drill these out now to 10mm and then weld a pin in one and just a hole in the other to go over that pin. Okay, over here on the AL51G, I've got to make 4 pins for the hinges. The two lower ones will be longer and partly threaded. 2 upper ones are the short ones. And I'm doing the short at the moment. So that's got to be a 10. 11.6. Let's put this down to 10. Listen. I'll put a chamfer on the end. Take that out. I'm not going to cut it through. I'm not going to part it off. I'll just mark the position because they're only going to be welded into the bracket. I'll just give it the position where I need to cut it with the angle grinder. Roughly 5mm. There it is. 25. Yep. I've had some problems learning to use this lathe, mainly because this half nut lever goes in the opposite direction to my mini lathe. So I've crashed it a few times, but getting better at it. I need to put a longer handle on it. It gets stuck if it comes up too high. That's 25. 29, so go 10. That's the thing. Good. Come on, squeeze controls. The tip of that is broken. Anyhow, I'll do the other one off camera. Okay, in the vise I've got one of the made up hinges. I'm going to weld the pin into the bracket. That won't work. That should do it nicely. Alright, it's going to be a bit hot, and I've got the other top. This is a short pin, so it's the top one. I've also threaded it so you can't lift the door off the hinge. It's only going to have the nut run up to the end of the thread. I've got washers in there to keep it square while I'm welding it only. Fair bit of flex in this. I should have support in the end, but it's only only hinge pins. That's a good fit. Now to chamfer the end, clean up. Okay. I shall cut that off and grind it because it gets welded. I just have to paint it, give it a first coat of paint now. Alright, are we recording? Yes, I think so. Alright, I've got a piece of gnarly old, let me zoom out a bit, wrong way. A piece of gnarly old 3/4 rod. Mind you, it's with the amount of rust that's in this thing, it's probably only good for about 11/16. If that, maybe 5/8. Anyhow, I've got to take it down to 16 to fit inside a 20mm RHS tube. And this will be a sliding bolt to lock the two half doors together on the main door. So I've already faced off and centered one end. Do the same on this end. Close enough. Now I know I have a problem with this chuck. The shaft is too short and I won't push it out. think the belt just broke. It did too. You rotten thing, that's only a new belt. Don't like this belt. Look at this useless thing. It's just... Haven't got a spare. I've been thinking about buying a spare, but I've got plenty of time. It's only a new belt. I'd have less than 2 hours work with that belt. Oh, maybe 4. No, 2 hours. Over to the mini lathe if it's not too Okay, back on the mini lathe. I just oiled this up since I haven't used it in a little while. It's always noisy, so those metal gears, but not to worry. Let's feed this out. Let's see what this says anyhow. 16.2. .1314. So 0.2, there's 0.1. Sixteen point oh four. 15.98. All right. Yeah. Just got to turn it around. You're in the way. You've got to move. All right, the lathe's running in reverse. I'm cutting on the other side with a boring bar. Beautiful. take this, start again. Very simple, 16mm roughly, tapered end. It's just a sliding pin. It'll get a hole drilled in here somewhere and a handle tapped into it. Alright.